All right, so I'm going to do a little review right now of major minor hand form when our root note is on the 6th string and also the 5th string. So first of all, if we're going to play a major chord, let's use G as an example. We're going to go to the 3rd fret on the low E string because of course that's G. All these major minor hand forms are root position, meaning that whatever chord we're trying to play, that note is going to be in the bass or the lowest note. So if we're saying G is our chord, we're trying to play a G major chord, then we count up E, F, F sharp, G here on the low E string, and we're going to bar across with our first finger on the 3rd fret. 3rd finger comes down 5th fret A, pinky comes down 5th fret D, 2nd finger comes down 4th fret G, and then the bar takes care of the 3rd fret on the B and high E strings. And of course that's G major bar chord when your root note is on the 6th string. So wherever you move that shape, it's going to be a new major chord depending on what that fret on the low E that you're playing it from. So here, like I said, we're playing from the 3rd fret, so it's G major. If I was to play it up here on the 7th fret, this note is B, so it'd be a B major chord. Okay? Now, if we wanted to play a major shape when our root note was on the 5th string, let's use G once again as an example. First finger on the 10th fret, we'll count back here from the 12th fret, of course, which is A. So A flat, G. First finger is there. 3rd finger bars across the D, G, and B string on the 12th fret. And there's our major chord, G major. So if we played it down here on the 3rd fret, A string, this is C, A sharp, B, C, and we play that shape, C major. Okay, so those are your two major hand forms, when your root note's on the 6th string and when your root note's on the 5th string. Now let's look at minor. Minor's super easy. If we go back to that G major chord, that shape, all we got to do is now take away our 2nd finger. So our 2nd finger is gone, and we have a minor chord with the root note on the 6th string, in this case being played from the 3rd fret, it's G minor. And once again, the same principles apply. Wherever I move the shape on the low E string, it's going to give me a new minor chord. So if I come up here to 7, the 7th fret, it's B, B minor. One other thing I'm going to show you real quick, if you then take away your pinky, you'll have a minor 7 chord. So now this is a B minor 7 chord. It's a little bit different because now instead of having an extra octave in there, this comes back to the bar and this gives us a new note, which is a new color, happens to be the flat 7, making it a minor 7 chord. So we come back to that G, here's G minor, here's G minor 7. Making it minor 7. Okay, now let's look at it when our root note is on the 5th string. So let's use G again. We're up here on the 10th fret. And if we were to play a minor chord, it's going to look like this. First finger here on the 10th fret, 3rd finger comes down 12D, 4th finger comes down 12G, and 2nd finger comes down 11 on the B string. That first finger is going to bar across the 10th fret, so that's going to take care of our high E. So that's a minor chord when your root note is on the 5th string. In this case, we're on the 10th fret, which is G, so it's G minor. You can move it down here to the 3rd fret, and it's C minor. Now here's a similar trick. If you take that pinky away again from the minor shape, now you have a minor 7 chord, which is definitely not as dark sounding. It's still minor, but it's got a major triad in it actually, so it has a more brighter vibe or brighter sound to it. And actually on the note G here, if we played a minor 7, this is that Doobie Brothers, I call it the Doobie Brothers chord because you got the right, and it's just hammering on the 2nd and 3rd finger and keeping that bar there on the 10th fret. And that works anywhere. So anyway, those are the major minor hand forms when your root note is on the 6th or 5th string. How do you know what fret to play a certain chord from, you got to learn the fretboard, and we've talked about that a little bit. So I'm just going to do a quick example from the A string because that kind of lays it out closest to our alphabet. If we're starting on the A string, the 5th string here, this is of course A, and then moving up a half step is to the 1st fret is A sharp. Then the 2nd fret is B, 3rd fret is C, 4th fret is C sharp, 5th fret is D, 6th fret is D sharp, 7th fret is E, 8th fret is F. There is no, as far as we're concerned right now, there is no E sharp. There is such a thing, but it's in particular keys. Right now you want to know that 7th fret to 8th fret is E to F. Now 9th fret is F sharp, 10th fret is G, 11th fret is G sharp, and 12th fret is A. As I mentioned before, the 12th fret is the reason why most of those have either some kind of icon on it or a double dot or some kind of marker is because there's 12 notes in Western music, and that's the first time on the fretboard where the note repeats itself. So of course, open A string, the 12th fret then is also going to be A. Okay, so now counting back down in enharmonics, which means like the flat versions of the sharp, we're going to go A, and then 11th fret is A flat, 10th fret is G again, 9th fret is G flat, 8th fret is F, and F goes right to E. So just like there's no E sharp, there's no F flat. So we got F on the 8, E on the 7, E flat on the 6, D flat on 4, C on 3, C goes right to B, right? There's no B sharp, there's no C flat, so 3rd fret to 2nd fret is C to B, B flat is the 1st fret, and then you'll know you're right when you get back to the open string, and it's A. So you could do that on any of the strings. Remember, like E and high E, they're the same. So E, F, F sharp, G is the same as E, F, F sharp, G. Once again, explaining those enharmonics, a sharp raises a note a half step and a flat lowers it. So if I'm here on the 3rd fret high E, this is G, so G sharp will be on the 4th fret. Then I come up here on the 5th fret, I have A, and then if I go A flat, that's the 4th fret. So you can see G sharp and A flat are the same thing. It just depends on what key we're in, whether we're going to call it G sharp or A flat. So you want to be able to go up and down all the strings, know them both ways, sharps and flats, and then start going horizontally across the neck and be able to name the notes like G, C, F, B flat or A sharp, D, G. Or go through the neck and be like, okay, I can find all the G's. G, 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 G. You know, and quiz yourself on any of those notes. So the more you learn the fretboard, the better everything will be in the long run, and the more you'll thoroughly understand the segments we're talking about. So hope that helped, and good luck.